America is one of the richest, most progressive countries in the world. Don't you think it should be one of the healthiest too? The sad truth is that Americans are some of the unhealthiest people in the world. Even though we are living in a country with great economic power and technological advancement, we are also living in the country with the least amount of nutritional knowledge. We are living in a land plagued with obesity, and I'm here to ask everyone to lend a hand in fixing this problem. Maybe you aren't suffering from obesity, but I can almost guarantee you know a friend or family member who is. The reason I say this is because recent research from the National Center of Health Statistics show that 34% of adult Americans are considered obese and 68% of adult Americans are considered overweight. Possibly even more shocking is the fact that 17% of American children are obese and 32% are considered overweight. The Center for Disease Control reports that Mississippi tops the list of all states with the highest rate of obesity at close to 33% of all adult residents. Wisconsin ranks 25th in adult obesity and 40th in children obesity and overweight rates. So the question is why? Why the American people? What do we do that's so different from the rest of the world? Well, we live our lives on the go, eating fast food and microwave dinners, all while sacrificing our health. Instead of eating wholesome foods coming directly from the land, we tend to eat a diet of packaged, processed, and refined foods. Through technology, we've found ways to produce food in mass quantities, make it last longer, and taste better. Unfortunately, we've seemed to lost the actual food. The highly processed and refined products that pack our supermarket shelves and are loaded with sugar and hydrogenated oils and hold close to zero nutritional value. The average adult shouldn't have more than 65 grams of fat or 2,000 calories in a day. One meal from Burger King, a hamburger and french fries, has 50 grams of fat and 2,000 calories. Unfortunately, the current economic crisis could accelerate this problem. Food prices, particularly for healthy foods, are generally more expensive, making it more difficult for families to eat healthy foods. The most alarming part of all this is the children. The fact that we are setting up generation after generation to battle obesity. Like I said before, 17% of American children ages 2 to 19 are considered obese and 32% considered overweight. It is estimated that 30% of children eat fast food at least once a day, and average child sees more than 10,000 food ads on TV each year. This is a graph for childhood obesity. As you can see, it has tripled in the last 30 years, at roughly 5% in 1970, up to 15% in 2000. Why is this such a concern for our country? Well, it has to do with the health of our country, the health of our youth and future generations. Many serious health implications accompany obesity. According to the CDC, obesity can lead to high blood pressure, increased risk of diabetes, cancer, stroke, liver and gallbladder disease, respiratory problems, and infertility. It's estimated that every 1 out of 8 deaths in America is caused by overweight and obesity-related illnesses. Almost 1 in every 3 children are overweight, and if this trend continues, we could be looking at the first generation with life expectancies shorter than the previous. The solution to this problem could call for a complete remodeling of the average American lifestyle. First, we need to fight the war on obesity. We determined that drugs were a serious health hazard, so we engaged in a war on drugs, so why not a war on obesity? We need to change public perception and understanding of obesity from a character flaw to a complex disease involving genes, behavior, and environment. We need to start educating our youth about the serious health problems that come with being overweight, not only at home, but in school. There's school programs for drug and nicotine awareness and prevention, so why not a program to promote healthy eating and regular exercise? Most importantly, we need to revisit our national food policies, the policies that regulate our farms and food providers. We need to examine the farm system that encourages the output of energy-dense foods with little nutritional value and regulate the food chains that are staples in our society that offer very few health options. Remember, businesses like McDonald's give us what we demand, and if we keep demanding fatty foods, then that's what we'll get. But if we stop eating these foods and demand a better brand of food, then they will have no choice to give us what we want. American citizens need to aim to resemble countries like Japan and China, who have incredibly low rates of obesity. Japan boasts an obesity rate of less than 3%, and China less than 5%. Japan has an estimated life expectancy of close to 83 years, as opposed to 77 years here in America. 30 of every 100,000 deaths in Japan are related to heart disease, whereas close to 105 of every 100,000 in America. If we have any chance to battle this epidemic, we need to find a solution. We, the people, need to act. We need to educate the population, starting with the children. Parents need to insist that schools take a role in educating our youth about healthy eating and healthy lifestyles, Demand schools to offer healthier lunches and snacks. Everyone needs to write their senators and representatives and let them know how concerned we are with the health of our country. Tell them how unsatisfied we are with the growing rate of obesity and how there needs to be more regulation on the food industry, starting with the farms and then the distributors like McDonald's and Burger King. This is America, and in America we have a voice. So if anyone has a concern for the future health of our nation, make your voice heard. We're not going to be able to change this problem with the snap of the fingers, but with a little work, anything is possible. Just remember that close to 2 of every 3 Americans are overweight, and 1 out of every 3 are obese, and this is an upward trend. Decades of eating less home-cooked meals, and instead more drive-through meals, have sparked a national health concern. Fortunately, there's still time to act. We can change our habits, demand better food, and set up a healthier life for our future generations.